everyone, Sabra from Hoof Falls and Footfalls, and you are staring at the back of Ducky's head right now. I am cooling Ducky down after a exercise ride, and I wanted to do a quick video to talk to you guys about the importance of riding in the tack and the equipment that we plan on having our students ride in. So a little bit of background. The saddle that I'm riding in, this Western saddle here, I've had in my tack room and use on a fairly regular basis. I've had it for about a year, and in all honesty, even though I use it frequently, I really only use it on trail rides, and that usually consists of walking. So it fits Ducky really well. It fits one of my other lesson horses really well, but it's just something that I usually don't school in a ton and kind of reserve for trail rides. Well, when lessons start up this fall, I had a couple students in mind that I thought would maybe benefit from riding in this saddle. So having a horn, a little bit bigger seat area, a little bit more, supportive of a saddle than the dressage saddle I have, and the added benefit of having the fenders on the saddle soften up some of the leg cues on Ducky's side. So that was kind of line of thinking that I was going along when trying this saddle out. So the students that I want to use it for, they'll be riding at the walk and likely the trot. So I got on, rode the saddle at the walk and the trot, got on. It was great at the walk, super comfortable, like always. And then I started trotting, and I thought, oh my goodness, had I asked one of my students to ride in this saddle, I would have been setting my student up for failure. Because even though this saddle is very comfortable to walk in, I can comfortably do 2-point or half seat in out on the trail, nothing happens. When I started to post, the corners of the swell here poked into my thigh, and it was not very comfortable. And with myself kind of unconsciously trying to stay away from the poke in my thigh, I was then riding further back in the seat than I really should have, which then caused me to get left behind the horse's motion. Now, keep in mind, I've been riding almost my entire life, and this saddle still made it incredibly difficult to ride in. So, had I used this saddle at a trot on Ducky with one of my more beginner students, I would have likely set that student up for a situation where they were not going to be as successful as they could be if they were trotting in a saddle that was better fit to the horse. I'm sorry, not better fit to the horse, because this fits him well, but better fit to the student, and was built in a way that was much more comfortable for posting trot and whatever body shape I am, and the students and their body shape as well. Another factor that I noticed too is that this saddle, it's a leather saddle. It's, again, really comfortable at the walk. Haven't noticed this problem really before, but when I went to ride at the trot, it was extremely slippery, and I had a hard time maintaining appropriate leg position. This saddle at the walk is extremely easy to get my leg further back, more underneath, a little bit further forward, super easy to adjust on at the walk, but at the trot, because of how slippery the fenders are and the skirt that's under your thigh, it made it difficult to ride in. So, long story short, I guess, ride in the tack and the equipment that you plan on putting your students in, especially our students that have disabilities where they need that tack and equipment to work 100% if possible for them and not against them. Had I put a student in this saddle and had not ridden in it, I would assume that these swells here would not be poking my student, that the fenders were not super slippery, and if I saw something that resulted from them trying to avoid getting poked in the thigh by the swells or their legs sliding around because of the slippery fenders, I likely would have made corrections for that student, and that student might have tried, but they never may be able to truly fix that because the tack is fighting against them. So, I hope you learned from this little, I guess not aha moment, but just a moment that came up again that I thought would be really good to share with you guys since it's been a while since I've had this happen, since I've had most of my tacking equipment for a while, and this was something that I just haven't done for a few months, and thought it would be good to record on video and have it be a learning moment for you guys. And let me know in the comments or wherever you're watching this if you've ever had that happen, where you put your student in tacking equipment that you hadn't ridden in a while or never, or maybe not on that specific horse, and your student struggled, and then you got on and you rode on that same horse and that same tacking equipment, and it was oh my goodness, that's why they're struggling, because of the tack and the equipment. So until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys on the next video for Hoof Falls and Footfalls.